Welcome to Israel Today TV, coming to you from the heart of the holy city, Jerusalem. My name is Ryan Jones, a writer and editor here at Israel Today, a publication owned and operated by Israeli believers that aims to provide the context that so many other news agencies leave out. Much to the delight of parents, the new school year has begun in Israel, and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had two related messages for students: study the Bible and seek peaceful coexistence. Earlier this week, Netanyahu told his cabinet that he wants to carry out an education revolution based on two things: excellence and Zionism. Central to achieving that is the study of the Bible, the Prime Minister insisted. While that message may have been primarily geared toward Jewish students, Netanyahu last Thursday helped kick off the new school year by visiting a school in the northern Arab city of Tamra. Addressing the school's 200 Arab youngsters, Netanyahu called for increases in coexistence and integration of Israel's Arab minority. He told them that he wants them to, quote, learn about the history of the Jewish people as well as of the Arab communities, and learn the truth that we are meant to live together. Former Mossad chief Tamir Pardo has warned that rifts in Israeli society are becoming so deep that the Jewish state is at risk of civil war. Speaking at a ceremony to honor fallen Druze IDF soldiers, Pardo said that the polarization of Israeli society is far more urgent than Hamas, Hezbollah, or even Iran. The former spymaster noted, quote, if a divided society crosses a certain line, a civil war becomes a possibility in the most extreme scenario. I'm concerned that we're headed in this direction. Pardo noted that all sectors of society, left and right, Jew and Arab, are responsible for this situation, and that everyone needs to be reminded that there is more that unites us than divides us. As examples of societies that have become hyperpolarized, Pardo pointed to Britain following its abrupt exit from the European Union, and the United States during a bizarre presidential primary season. The Israel police have been running a determined campaign to recruit more Muslim Arab officers. Officials previously stated their intention of adding hundreds of additional Muslim Arab officers to the force over the next 5 years. Currently, Muslim Arabs make up less than 2% of the police force in Israel. Efforts to increase Muslim Arab participation in public service and safety are vociferously opposed by Muslim Arab members of Knesset who, ironically, accuse Israel of being racist. But the campaign seems to be working, as there has been a nearly 300% increase in the number of resumes submitted by Muslims who want to join the police this year. Britain's exit from the European Union, known as BREXIT, is expected to have a significant impact on Israel. But there is still much debate over what kind of impact. To gain a clearer understanding of the ramifications of Brexit for Israel, we spoke to Professor Alfred Tovias, Professor Emeritus of the Department of International Relations at Jerusalem's Hebrew University.
Hello, Mr. Tovias. Will Brexit weaken the EU, and if so, will this benefit Israel?
One thing is clear: Brexit weakens the EU. It is very bad news that a country willingly has wanted to leave the EU, and for the matter, a very important country. So my first answer is that yes, the EU will be weakened. But this will not, in my opinion, benefit Israel. I will illustrate this in one sentence. The United States, which is the main ally of Israel, and in perfect consensus on many foreign policy matters with Israel, did not want Brexit, did want the United Kingdom to remain in the European Union, because a strong Europe is good for the West, and Israel is part of the West. So whatever weakens the West is not good for Israel. So that I don't think that this will benefit Israel. I am of those in Israel who think that in the end Israel would be better after peace with our neighbors is achieved as a member of the European Union and not as an outsider of the European Union.
What if additional countries follow Britain's lead and leave the EU? How will this affect relations with Israel?
I think that if other countries leave the EU, it will not be good for Israel. It will be rather bad for Israel. Let's not forget that globalization pushes countries to form regional groupings in order to be something larger than what the country is. If Britain has decided to leave the European Union, which in my view is an error, like most Germans probably think, like myself, one can understand it because of history, because Britain is after all a large country that thinks that can wander alone and speak eye to eye to the European Union or to the United States. What is clear is that a country that is 1% of the GNP of the United States of America and 1% of the gross national product of the European Union at 28 cannot wander alone forever and must be part of some grouping. Now, I always said that it is a sheer fantasy to think that Israel could be part of the Arab League even in times of peace, or that it would want to be part of the Arab League, because this is a second division club, and we want to be in the best class in the world, or one of the best groups in the world. And the European Union, in spite of all the problems that it has inside, is first division. And Israel had other choices. Israel cannot be a member of the United States, a state of the United States, like some Israelis sometimes say. Israel cannot be part of a larger China. Israel will not be part of the Middle East in terms of politics and economics. And therefore, our natural club is the European Union.
Thank you, Mr. Tobias.
All the way back to the time of the Exodus and later King David and in the Temple, music has been central to Jewish faith and culture. A new museum situated in downtown Jerusalem provides a special look at the musical history of Israel and the nations surrounding her. Israel Today reporter Netanel Daron visited.
This music museum idea starts around 13 years ago, when I was walking in the forest and thought, how can I bring a good will to people, to believe that Eretz Israel could be a good place and the world can be a better place. We are now in the center of Asia room of music museum in Jerusalem. This place of this music museum represents the music inside of each one of us. This room that's called Center of Asia represents instruments from this area, from Caucasus, from Azerbaijan, from Iran, from Bukhara. And we collect all these instruments in time of 4.5 years. There is 260 instruments. We can listen about each one of the instruments. We can read about them. We have this special room that we made it in special artist people that paint on the ceiling or whatever you can see in this room. Although we have a special interactive game that for kids and for grown-up, although they doesn't know how to play music, they can still play here. And we have in this room as well a movie, three-dimension movie that you can see and telling. This movie tell about the history of the Jewish that went exiles in the center of Asia. We have in this place, we get a tablet when you go inside into the museum, and we have a special friend. We call him Saba Levi. Saba Levi, Grandpa Levi, he represents the Levites in the Holy Temple, and he tells us a story about each room. Let's take an example.
We have arrived to the wonderful place of Morocco and Andalusia. This is the region in which Andalusian music was developed. The Jews played an important role in its preservation and have included this music in their ceremonies and prayers.
So each room we have this Grandpa Levi that show us and start telling us what we are going to see. Okay, this is the Europe room. We call it the Ashkenaz room. All kind of special instruments that came in the 1,000 centuries ago, that moving up and growing up. Like before it became a guitar or a harp, it was like a European lira or mandolin or special lauta. All kind of this instrument changed and grew up to what we know today as a guitar or as a cello or as a contrabass. We have the kikar of the music, that we have a concert 3 times a day, 365 days a year. We have 5 restaurants. We're building academy music here, and we're building as well the music hotel. We believe on the good of the people. It's not just a matter of money, a matter of believing in Am Yisrael. There is no one game like this in the world. It's augmented reality. That this is the only place that you can go inside Bet HaMikdash, the Holy Temple. You can walk inside for 10 minutes and you can hear and smell. This is the special game in the world. They're coming to this game all over the world just to see. You know, if you give you a chance to walk inside the Bet HaMikdash, I think even the Waqf will come. They're different people, different person before they came and after they go out from here. Because the purpose of the museum is to touch on the good in each one of the person in the world. That we believe if we touch on the good side of the man, we will send out good.
In the current issue of Israel Today magazine, we took a look at several public evangelism campaigns by local Messianic ministries and the opposition that they have been facing from anti-missionary groups. The full story and many more like it appear in the August-September 2016 issue of Israel Today magazine. You can visit our website below to subscribe and to sign up for our free daily news updates. That's it for this week from the Israel Today offices in Jerusalem. Be sure to check back next week for a new update.